again, my name is Lucille, and good morning to everyone. So today we will talk about the writing task 1 of IELTS. So remember, IELTS is very important, especially for those who would like to study, live, and work abroad, especially in the UK, the USA, New Zealand, Australia, and Canada. Okay, so those 5 important countries, they require you to take the IELTS. And in IELTS, you will be scored based on 9, the highest band, and it means you are an expert if you get this score. And if you get 0, meaning you are a non-user of English language, okay? So what are the objectives? The 4 objectives of IELTS writing task 1. Number 1, here we have, okay? Number 1 is the task achievement. So were you able to respond to the questions correctly? Because there is a question and you have to answer that, okay? And number 2 is the coherence and cohesion. So remember, coherence is your unity of ideas. Were your ideas related to the topic, okay? Unity of sentences. Were your sentences organized or not, okay? Did you use, for example, connectors, linking words, like first, second, therefore, in conclusion? So those are the cohesion. And then we have what's the number 3? Very good, lexical resource. So it will talk about your vocabulary, your variety of vocabulary. In IELTS, don't use the same word over and over again. As much as possible, avoid repetition. And the last one is number 4? Okay, good job. Grammatical range and accuracy. So your grammar, okay? They will check your rules. Did you follow the subject and verb agreement? Did you follow the pronoun agreement? The use of adverbs, the adjectives correctly? So those kind of rules, okay? And so in IELTS, we only have how many minutes to finish the writing task 1? 20 minutes, not more than that, okay? If you are fast, teacher, I finish in 5 minutes. Very good, okay, you're great. Okay, so you have to, how many words? 150, minimum, not maximum, okay, minimum. So if you finish only 149, you get a minus, okay, a decrease in your points. So as much as possible, more than 150 is okay. Okay, got it? Got it? Okay. And number 2 is you have to identify the key points. What do we mean by key points? These are important details in the in the writing task 1. So usually in the writing task 1, they will talk about infographics. Anybody knows what are infographics? Yes, very good. So can you give me examples? I think there are like, very good. We have the pie chart. What else? Yes, we have the flow chart. We have the table, the line graph, there, and others, okay? So it's more about what? Graphs, diagrams. How are you able to understand? You don't need math here, okay? You don't have to compute the whole thing. You will be tested based on how well you are able to summarize, give details about the different infographics. So that's how you will be tested. Okay, so you have to make sure that to identify the key points, you have to understand the main heading. What's the main heading? Okay, what's the title of the table? Usually it gives you the title. So later I will be showing you examples, so you will be, okay, you will know. Next is the column headings and categories. So for example, it shows like this. You have to understand what's here, okay? So those are the column headings and categories. Okay. And also here, you are to pay attention to the following types of information. So once the infographics is shown, you have to check the number one, similarities. So what do we know about the similarities of the information? And the differences, okay? How are they different? You're going to compare, you're going to contrast. And the obvious changes. Is there an increase? Is there a decrease? Okay, the trends, the fluctuation. Okay. And then, so here is the skills development. So I'm going to give you examples. So this is what you will usually see. And you can see this in your examples of your paper. So here for task 1, writing test, you need to describe some visual information, which are the infographics, okay? So this visual information might be a table. So we will be focusing today only on the table only, okay? So only this one, okay? So don't worry about the pie chart. We will talk about that in some other days, okay? So you need to identify and describe the key points in the table, okay? Using formal or semi-formal writing. So you're going to report, okay? It's not an essay, but a report, okay? So it's very short, not narrative, okay? And you have how many minutes again? 20 minutes, how many words? 150. So those are the most important things that you need to remember in IELTS writing task 1, okay? So this is an example of the test. Look at the table, circle the correct option in each sentence below. So what is the main heading? What is the title of the table? So what is the title of the table? What is the main heading? Yes? Very good. That's it. Okay? So the table shows about the survey for sports in the class. Okay? How many students do we think we have here? How many students are there in the class? 10. Very good. Okay, very good. You just calculate. 7 plus 3, 10. 5 plus 5, 10. Okay, that's it. And then, how many sports are listed? Okay, so there are 4. We have the tennis, football, hockey, cricket. And what is the category? Those students who like and those students who don't like. Now, we're going to make our own introduction later, okay? So you have to remember those details, okay? So here, remember, we are looking for the main heading or title of the table, which you already know. And then the column headings or categories. So it talks about sports and it talks about people who like and people who don't like the sports. That's it. So you have 1, you have 2. You got it? Okay, nice. Hey. So now, here's the question. So sometimes there are questions after each table. Number 1, look at the table and you have your copy as well. So number 1, football, tennis is the most popular sport in class. What is the answer? Okay, nice. Okay, so just look at the table. Okay, we have tennis. Very good. Number 2, please read and answer. Yes? Please read. A lot of? Okay. Hockey. Very good. How did you know that a lot of students don't like hockey? Okay, very good. How many numbers of students don't like hockey?
7.
Okay, very good. So, wait. Sorry. Okay, very good. There, 7 students don't like hockey. You need to give the clue. Sorry. So, number 3 is already answered. What's the answer? It is liked and disliked by the same number of students. How many number of students liked football? Okay, so the same. So these are the similarities. Similarities. What's the similarities? What are the differences? The differences. How many doesn't like? this kind of sport? How many likes this sport? Those are the differences. Okay, got it? Okay, so it's very easy. And number 4, please answer Kian. Kian? Please answer number 4. I didn't hear Kian. Okay, let's see. The answer is tennis. Very good. How many students dislike tennis? Okay, there, you got it. Okay, and the last one, please answer yes. Okay, very good. Okay, dislike cricket. Okay, see, it's easy to understand. Did you do the math? A little bit, but not too difficult. Okay, you did not use algebra or trigon. Okay, only basic 1 plus 1. Okay, next one here. We have another table. Okay, what is the main heading? The title of the table? Yes.
Number of hours a week spent on activities by age range.
Very good. Okay, so number of hours a week. Okay, what are the ages? So these are the categories and the columns. What ages are we talking about here? What are the age range? So there are 2 age range, 13 to 15, and we have 16 to 18. So these are the teenagers. Okay, so we're talking about teenagers. You have to get the clues so that when you make your own introduction, you know what vocabulary to use. Okay, you got teenagers. Okay, let's write it here. Now, what are the activities by teenagers? Anyone? How many activities? How many? 5 activities. Okay, so you have to make sure that you know the number. Okay, 5. Okay, and then you're going to look at the table. Okay, here. Okay, so we're talking about hours, number of hours. How many hours? 1.5 hour. Okay, hours. This one? 14 hours. This one? Okay, so you're going to compare. Are there any similarities? No. Are there differences? A lot, right? There's a lot. So there, now you have it, okay? So now we're going to talk about answering the table if you have really understood. You're just going to say true or false. So T or F, okay? So if it says write T, you write T, don't write true, okay? Write T, you have to follow the directions, okay, the instructions. Okay, number 1, what's the answer? Okay, okay, it's already given, false. Number 2, okay, all, everybody, let's read, 1, 2, 3, all, older, teenagers. Okay, now let's look at computer games. Are they older? Okay, so the number of hours spent are there. So is it true or false? True. Letter T. Okay, sorry. There. Okay, number 3. What's the answer? Let's read 1, 2, 3. Listening to music is? Okay, false. We're not reading? Okay, so the answer is? Okay, why is it true? Listening to music is more popular with older teenagers. Where is music here? Popular to older. These are older, right? These are younger. So is it true? They spend more hours listening to music than younger teenagers. So true or false? It's true. So you have to analyze. You have to think. Okay, because the answer is already there. You just have to understand. Okay? Let's see. I already answered. Number 4. Okay, you did not see. Teenagers don't spend much time swimming. True. How many teenagers, how many hours do they spend in swimming? Only 2 hours. So not so much, okay? So what's the answer? Answer is true. Last one. Who wants to answer? Last one? Yes, none. False. Younger teenagers spend a lot of hours listening to music. Why is it false? How many number? Only listens. How many hours? Only 3 hours. So it's not a lot. Okay? Very good. So now you can understand the table, the infographic. So now we have to make our own introduction. Okay? Let's see if we can make it. Okay, here. So how do we write an introduction? Number 1. Okay? 1 sentence. Write 1 sentence or probably maximum of 2 sentences. Don't make 10 sentences, okay? 1 or 2 is okay. Okay, good. Okay, got it? Only 1 or 2. To explain what the table means or shows. Okay, you have to explain. What does the table mean? You are going to explain. Okay? So what's the important here? You are going to paraphrase in your own understanding. You're not going to copy what is stated in the table. You have to make your own. If it says there's show, don't copy show. Replace it with another word. Okay? For example, we have the word show. What other words can we use for show? For example, we have a table here. We have a table and then we're going to explain. So how can we say show? We can use tell. What else? Yeah, give information. Very good. Gives information. What else? We can say it's a list. Okay. What else? What other words can we use? It also tells, describes. And you can also say it shows the similarities. It compares. You can say compares or contrasts. Okay. Okay. What else? You can use a lot. Okay. So when you see show, don't copy the same thing. Think of another word. Okay. Remember, we are talking about variety of your vocabulary usage. Okay. Avoid repetition. Okay. And here, next one, 1 or 2 sentences summarizing the information shown in the table. So you're going to give information. You summarize. Remember, summarizing is using or making it shorter, okay? Using your own words. You summarize. You shorten. You shorten the long information. Okay, got it? Okay, summarizing, you shorten. Okay, if it's 150 words, make it 50, make it 20. That's how you summarize. 1 sentence, that's it. Got it? 1 or 2. Okay, here. So let's look at the table and we're going to make our own. Okay, here. Look at the table below and we're going to choose A, B, or C. Which is the best sentence that gives the summary of the table? So what is the main heading? What is the main heading? Yes. What is the main heading? It is the percent of time. Very good. Okay. Spent on types of internet activity by age range. So here, how many internet activity do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, internet activity. Oh, sorry. Internet activity. And what are the age ranges from 10 to 50 plus years? Okay? So let's look at this. Percentage. What are the other words of percentage? What are the other words? Okay? Another word for percentage, we can say about the, okay, we can also talk about proportion, okay? There, okay? Or information, okay? Ready? Let's see. So here's the question. Here are the choices. What do you think is the best summary for this without using what is on the table? What do you think? A, B, or C? Okay, let's try letter A first. Okay, letter A. Everybody, let's read. The table shows how much time people spend on the number 2. The table shows internet depending age group. And the last one, the table shows the percentage of time of internet activity by age group. And you can also make your own. You can also make your own. If you think that, I don't like this, I can make my own. Okay, you just be flexible with your words. Okay, so what's the, without using what is here, without using this, what is the best one? Okay, yeah, that's one of the best. Okay, that's the easiest. Okay, but remember, we are shortening the information. So the best one would be the, so this is how you make it. This, or you can use the, and then what infographic did you use? For example, this pie chart, this table, or the table, and then the verb. You're going to make use of this. Tell, list, gives information, determines, compares or contrasts, and then you're going to give the topic. What is the topic? Okay, so you were also correct in choosing letter C earlier, but this one also is the best one. Okay, the table shows how much time people spend on internet activities depending on their age group, but you can also use the one that you selected. Okay, so here, let's do it. Let's see if you can make your own introduction based on this. Again, remember, this, the, and then what is the infographic, and then use the verb, and then you are going to select the topic, okay? Who wants to try? What is the main heading? It's about the class sports survey. Okay, so now, anyone? Okay, this table, okay, aside from show and tell, okay, we can say gives. Remember, table is how many? One only. So you make sure that you follow the singular subject. Gives information. Very good. About what? About what? What is this? What is this? About sports. Okay? About sports what? Sports interest, or also you can also copy the survey where? Where? In class. About what? How many sports? Okay, about sports survey in class. So you can also write here 4, okay? Okay, or maybe you can just deduct, okay, here. There, you have it, okay? This table gives information about sports survey in class. Okay, you got it? Easy? Okay, let's see. Now, this one, you have to do it by yourself, okay? Okay, there. You do it by yourself. You can answer here, and then I will check. Okay, answer in your paper. Okay? Number of hours a week spent on activities by age range. Okay? Make your own, and then I will check. Make your own introduction. That's an introduction. Okay? And who wants to write in front? Who wants to write their answer in front? Anyone? Not yet, teacher. Okay, take your time. You just begin with this or the table, and then make use of the different verbs. accurate verb that depicts the table meaning? And you can just copy as well, just like what you did earlier, okay? This table gives information about class purge survey, okay? Just like what you did earlier. Anyone? I can call 2 students and then we can, yes, very good. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah? Yes, please, write on the board. No. Okay, you can dictate to me, I will write. No? You're just going to read. Okay. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Oh, very good. Yeah. Describes the number of hour. Yeah. That. Yeah. The number of hours that teenagers spend on activities in a week. Yeah. Okay. Got it? Okay, you can write it on the board. Okay. Anyone else? Let me see. Very good. Okay, you can also write it on the board. Okay. Okay. You can write anywhere. So you can use different verbs and it still is correct. As long as it is appropriate to the given infographics. The table tells you about the number of hours spent by, teenage, very good. Spent on activities by, very good, nice, okay. So here you can see here the variety of language that he used. So here, the table describes the number of hours that, instead of the age range, he used teenagers spent in a week. And then here we have, you just copy the topic, the whole topic. This table tells you about the number of hours a week spent on activities by age range. Okay, and they're both correct. Okay, so they're both showing the introduction of the whole table. Okay, it gives you the summary of the table. Okay, got it? Okay, so if you don't like to spend more time because you only have 20 minutes to finish the whole writing task, you can just understand the whole table and then just paraphrase, just summarize. And if you have no words, because there are some words that you cannot paraphrase, okay? So you can just copy if ever. Okay, got it? Next one. Okay, here is the writing task. Okay, so you're going to make your own. Okay, another one, this one. Okay, so you're going to make again an introduction about what is the topic, what is the table about? Television viewing figures for sports by country in millions. So the data here, it shows in millions. So this is 3 million, okay? This is 4.5 million. So we're talking about millions here, okay? So you're going to, what is the requirement of words? What's the word requirement? How many words are you going to make here? How many? Very good, 100 words, okay? So you have to make sure that you follow the directions correctly. How many minutes? 20 minutes. And then you're going to make your own introduction about the whole topic. Okay, got it? Okay, so let's write again. Let's try again. Let's try again one more time. And then I'm going to check the others' work earlier. Let me see. Okay, you're finished. Let me see your work earlier. Did you finish earlier? No? Okay. Very good. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Spent on activities. Correct. Okay, that's correct. Another one. Make another one. Where is your work earlier? The last one? Ah, here. Oh, what about this one? Yes. The second one you did not write? Okay. So write this one. Okay. I'm going to check again. Did you write the first one earlier? Let me see. Okay, you did not write. This one. Let me see. Okay, very good. So if you just continue this, you're correct. Okay, got it? Okay, finish it. Let me see. Very good. Okay, yes, correct. Okay, great job. Okay, yeah, you answered correctly. Did you write earlier? Okay, here. Okay. Oh. Okay, write again this one, okay? Okay, let me see. Squares. Okay, very good. Okay, correct, okay? Now, very good, so you make another one, okay? Did you make the other one earlier? Okay. Oh, no, okay. Make this one, okay? And then I'll check. Did you check earlier? Oh, you did not. Make another one, okay? Did you write anything? Okay, make another one, okay? I'll check later. Okay. Finish? Okay, this is very easy because we already have a grasp or an idea of how to do it. Anyone? Anyone else who wants to try? Come on. The table, what? And then you can also arrange. For example, you can put in millions somewhere, okay? You can put television viewing figures. Figures means numbers, okay? And then about what? About sports. And you can say how many sports? About the 6 sports survey, okay? By country. How many countries? There were 4 countries. So you can make it detailed, okay? Yes? I'll check again, okay, I'll check. And then let's write it on the board and then I'm going to help you how to change it. When someone listens to your information, they will be able to they're able to identify what you're talking about. Okay? They can imagine the data that you are showing. Okay, and period. Don't forget the yes. Okay, you're going to make a sentence. Do not forget the punctuation mark. Okay, so here, the table. Everybody, let's read. The table, very good. Let's read, 1, 2, 3. The table, the figures of viewing, for, in, very good. See? So you see here the differences between this one, okay? The main heading and this one. Okay, so this is also correct. Okay, it gives you the summary of the table. And this one, this table lists information about television viewing, numbers or figures for sports, okay, in 4 countries, okay, in millions. Okay, there. And then we can also rearrange. How can we rearrange this? Okay, let's see. Let's try another one. This or the table. Anyone? Let's give a verb. Always use show. Okay, what else? We can say also illustrates. Yes, I heard that. Okay? Illustrates what? The what? The numbers. Okay? The numbers. And then you can say here in millions. Okay? Of we can say sports, television, viewing. In how many countries? In 4 countries. Okay, there. So see? Okay, that's it. So there. Okay, finish. So now you understand, right? Okay, thank you so much.